process. I do a speech called Why Go to College? And I need to tell you right now that the answer for me is that you go to college not to achieve stuff. You don't try to build wealth. You don't try to acquire power. You go to be a part of the community. My philosophy of education involves ideas that strengthen a community. The reason for education is not personal. It is community. I believe you work hard, you don't get it, you engage it. It's not a finished product. When I was an undergraduate student in 1972, my last day of class and my last final examination, I broke a pen in half. Literally, it took just like it. Another two pencils in a class called Money and Banking. And I said, I can finish this college. I don't ever need this again. I promise. And broke it in half. I knew I passed the test. And I had finished with school in 1972. In the fall of 72, I went back to graduate school. I wish I had that pen again. Because I didn't know that the process at the time was not a lifelong. My philosophy of education is that it is earned, it is not given. You don't get an education, you engage in it. Please.
You've been talking about the community a lot. In fact, you said, I went to community join together. This different forum was publicized in the front page of the Fresno newsletter, and students were invited to attend. How do you feel about the student representation in the room, and what would you like to say to students around here?
Well, first, I don't know who is and who isn't the student. I don't presume to look at an audience and give them no who the student is. Because I work very closely with students, on my campus a couple of years ago, the students asked that my work with them be recognized in the Congressional Register. Back in 2006, because we work very well together. We enjoy the opportunity to exchange ideas. The student government president over the years and I have formed some bond, not only the president, but the students in general. I attend student events, engage routinely. I walk the campus a lot. When I talk about student involvement, I reach out, not just wait for them to come to me. So when I walk along the campus, I'll stop somebody. As a matter of fact, since I've been here, I'll stop several students just to ask the directions. You know, I have a map. Because I want to see how people respond to strangers on the campus. Your response is good. So I would like to see the room crowded. I would like to see it.
One more.
No, one more.
All community colleges have issues with legal consultation, shared governance. Do you have an example from your background of a dispute or disagreement about shared governance, legal consultation, and how is that handled or resolved?
When you've been in the business for as long as I have, there are a number of them. But let me give you an extraordinary example. About 10 years ago when I was, about 15 years ago when I was Vice President of Instruction. And we were in another fiscal downturn. Before I knew what I was doing as a CEO, I was directed to reduce classes with full-time students already in. The faculty said, don't do this, you're going to hurt students. I didn't know enough to say, you know what, you're right. So I cut classes where there were full-time students involved and paid for it miserably. Paid for it miserably because I didn't have the experience and the wisdom to listen. What I've learned in the last 15 years is how to listen better. What I've learned in the last 15 years is how to learn what is valuable and what is important in an institution. How do you resolve it? I'm engaged in more opportunities to listen to people who know and have good ideas. I trust the intellect of lots of people and trust my judgment more in allowing and encouraging people to have different ideas than I do. Thank you so very much for allowing me to